Hi, Samir, can you please unmute yourself? Hello.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Gauri. Thank you, GSDC. It's my third time here. I'm glad to be again with you also. Today, we will speak about how to leverage AI to transform ISO 9001 2015 management systems. Okay. It's not moving. Let me check again. One second, please. I will stop share and I will share again to see what's happening. Okay, sorry. Already Gori talks about my expertise. I am ISO AI governance consultant and trainer. Today's agenda, we will talk about foundation, a bit about ISO 9001 and AI. AI in the PDCA cycle, practical applications, key AI tools for QMS from theory to practice, challenges, implementation hurdles, and the future, your role as a quality leader. I suppose all of you or most of you have a knowledge about ISO 9001. I will not go in an ISO 9001 clauses in detail, but I will do the mapping between AI tools and ISO 9001. So at least you should know what is ISO 9001, and you should have some information about AI use and AI tools. Okay, ISO 9001 2015 is a global standard for a quality management system. It provides a framework to ensure organizations consistently meet customer expectation and enhance satisfaction. Its core principles are the process approach and continual improvement. For artificial intelligence, it's the technology that simulates human intelligence to perform tasks, and the key branches for quality, which apply for quality, are the machine learning, by finding patterns in data, the natural language, understanding text and speech, and computer vision, seeing and interpreting image. These three branches of AI are used in current quality management systems. Okay, let us see the role of AI, how to introduce AI in the PDCA cycle, the Deming cycle, the famous one. All of you, I guess you know it. A reminder of PDCA framework is the plan, do, check, act. In plan, we have the clause 4, 5, 6, context, leadership, planning, and risk. In do stage, we have the clauses 7 and 8, support and operation. And for check, we have the clause 9, performance evaluation, and act, clause 10, improvement. So we will check now, we will see now how we may use AI to transform the way we are using or establishing this stage. For plan, clauses 4, 5, 6. The clause 4, which states about context of the organization. Instead of doing that by doing manual research like in the past, now we can use AI to continuously monitor news, regulations, and competitor activities to detect changes that may affect the organization. This information is automatically used to keep the context of the organization up to date and relevant. As you know, the context of the organization include the internal and external issues which impact our organization. So by using AI, we can establish this internal issue and external issue easily and without the hard time doing that manually. The clause 6.1, which is very important in ISO 9001, the risk assessment. So using AI can analyze historical quality data to identify patterns and predict potential risks before they occur. So based on history and what happened within the organization, so this will enable the organization to move from reactive problem solving to proactive risk-based thinking by establishing the risk which can happen for this organization, organizational risks or technical risk. So it will be more easier to us. Our role will be only to review the risk assessment done and the mitigation plan and do some little adjustment. The third clause, it's clause 6.2, objectives. So AI analyzes performance data and trends to propose quality objectives based on performance. So they will be realistic and achievable objectives. And this ensures also objectives are data-driven, measurable, and aligned with actual business performance. So it will be more easy for us, more accurate to choose objective which are aligned with business performance and not objective which will not be beneficial for us or does not give us any added value. In stage 2, the clauses 7 and 8, support and operation. For example, for the clause 7.2, competence, instead of the traditional way of doing assessment for people to know their skill, to assess their skills and what training they need, and maybe apply same training for all people, whatever their level of knowledge, now AI can analyze employees' roles, performance data, and mistake, such as from audit findings or complaint, to automatically assign the right training for each person. Personalized training, which will be very effective by giving the trainee, the staff, the training he needs or she needs, and not a generic training which will not be very helpful for them. Also, in operations, the clause 8.5 production. During production, AI can monitor production data and automatically adjust the process parameters in real time to keep the quality within defined limits. This reduces defect, prevents non-conformity, and ensures consistent product quality without waiting for human intervention. So it's more accurate because human cannot detect all non-conformity and defects, and so the machine in this perspective is more accurate, is quicker, and give us better performance. So also here, using what is called physical AI, mixing sensors with tools, with AI tools to have such analysis of production data. Okay. Also, in those stage, in design phase for organization who are performing design, And now we have the generative design using generative AI. Engineers define quality and performance requirements only, and AI automatically generates many design options that meet these criteria. This helps identify innovative solutions and optimize design that would be difficult or time-consuming for humans to discover. So in order to build a design and assess the performance and the quality, it takes time to build a prototype. And so AI, using generative AI, we can have many designed and choose the best one for our organization or for our product. Also, AI creates what is called digital twin of the product, copy of the product in a virtual environment, and it simulates many test scenarios in this environment without need to do the test on the real product in the factory. So this allows design issues to be identified and corrected before building a physical prototype. And so we have reduction of time and cost. So it's a very powerful AI role here. Sorry. Now the clause 9 check. So we saw the plan, the do. We now reached the check stage. Clause 9, monitoring. AI-powered cameras continuously inspect products in real time, automatically detecting defects that are too small or fast for human inspectors to see. This ensures 100% inspection coverage, improves defect detection accuracy, and strengthens quality control. In production, and operation, we can use AI, and also in the quality control stage, in the monitoring, we can use cameras to detect defects, and it will be 24/7 if the factory is producing product on 24/7. AI will not be tired. It will be always accurate. The second point in checking, it's the customer feedback analysis. Imagine the large volume of customer feedback we receive from email, social media, and survey. So it's a headache to have somebody or maybe a group of people to do analysis of these feedbacks and take actions. AI here plays an important role of analyzing these large volumes of customer feedback. It helps organizations identify emerging issues early and take proactive action to improve customer satisfaction. So instead of waiting to collect all customer feedback and then take actions, AI can detect any negative trend in customer satisfaction and propose action to improve this satisfaction, to do action to eliminate or remove or avoid complaint. The third point or process where AI can help also, it's the internal audit. AI dashboards continuously monitor all transactions and automatically flag anomalies or unusual patterns. As you know, when we are doing an internal audit, it's quite impossible for internal auditor to do audits on the whole system or all the whole records existing within the company, because no time, it takes too much to collect all these samples. However, AI can monitor these transaction and detect any anomaly even before the internal audit comes and sit with the auditee. So it's helped the internal auditor in his mission when doing the internal audit. Instead of internal auditors focusing on the system implementation and all its processes, Now the internal auditors will focus on high-risk areas instead of manually sampling a small portion of the data, which makes the internal audit more effective, more efficient, have added value, because till now, till before AI, I'm auditor for 20 years. 20 years. I know that internal audit never was effective because lack of time, lack of auditees participation or feedback. So when we have AI, which is analyzing the system and analyzing the procedure and the records and check the records against the procedures or policies and to find the compliance or the non-compliance in a very accurate and a quick way, so it helps much. This area, the internal audit, will see a much improvement in the coming day, months, and year by supporting organization to improve their system using AI. For example, it's a case study about defect detection. A human inspector, the accuracy of a well-qualified human inspector is about 96%. However, for AI, using AI vision, it's 99.9%. The speed for an inspector to detect a number of product is 150 per minute. However, for AI vision, it's 1,000 minutes. So comparing these parameters, we can see that AI systems are not just faster, they are significantly more accurate and can operate 24/7, eliminating human fatigue and subjectivity from quality inspection. I am not saying that chat, Gori. If you see any question you want me to answer here, please let me know. No.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Clause 10, the act stage. Instead of using the word continual improvement, now we are using the word intelligent improvement, so using AI. So for root cause analysis, clause 10.2, when a nonconformity occurs, AI analyzes related data from production, suppliers, and maintenance systems, and then identify the true root cause of the issue rather than treating only the visible symptom, which is happening. I see that happening in many organizations. They only see the apparent cause, and they do and or they open corrective action which does not remedy or treat the real problem, because they were seeing the visual, the apparent cause, and not the root cause analysis. AI can do a very deep analysis using ChatGPT or Gemini. We can have a good root cause analysis and a more effective corrective action. Also, for predictive maintenance, AI analyzes machine sensor data to detect early warning signs of potential failure. This allows problems to be prevented in advance, supporting continual improvement through proactive action. AI, because can help us to predict failures in the machines, it will be very supporting in maintenance and preventive maintenance process. Okay, what are the key AI tools for QMS? What kind of AI tools we can use? ChatGPT, the famous one and the first LLM used by people. we can do document drafting. We can generate initial draft for quality manual procedure and work instruction. We tell ChatGPT in our prompt, we tell ChatGPT what kind of procedure or quality manual we give some information about our company, and ChatGPT creates accurately the document. Sure, we need to review them, and then we will approve and we issue for the staff of the company. So very effective tool for that. Then audit preparation. Also, we can simulate internal audit questions and help teams formulate clear, compliant answers. By using AI, we can prepare internal audit checklist, which help us to have more effective internal audit. Root cause analysis, like we said before, we can use ChatGPT to brainstorm potential causes for non-conformity by applying the 5 whys or fishbone diagram to have a good to know the exact root cause. A simple prompt will be draft an ISO 9001-2015 procedure for document control, clause 7.5, that includes review, approval, and version history. By writing this prompt, I will not go inside the prompt engineering here. It's subject to another training, to another workshop. Because when we need to write a very good prompt, we should to tell ChatGPT about persona, context, I mean, act as an expert quality manager, and draft an ISO 9001-15 procedure for document control. The procedure shall be maximum 5 pages and does not include, for example, technical jargon. So it will not be subject for this webinar, the prompt engineering. But the important thing to understand the core task of ChatGPT. We can tell him to create a procedure from scratch, and it helps us much. I am giving you an ideas here. There are too much application for QMS using ChatGPT. I am choosing some examples. Okay, voice flow. Anybody is using voice flow now? Please put me in the chat. And Gori, please tell me how much are saying yes. Anybody is using voice flow, and not only QMS, in any application? Any answers? Okay, it seems no answer. What is voice flow app for? Okay. A voice flow app, it's a conversational AI agent. You can build in this tool a chat bot, but as agent. I mean, you can create form where people or users can input, for example, an information or a request, and voice flow perform an action, and then it's a workflow. It's not like ChatGPT. So you can have a workflow inside voice flow and link input to output. And so you can build your process inside voice flow. By doing that, you have the input of first activity, then output of the first activity will be input of the second activity. So you can, for example, build a conversational AI agent to train employees on new QMS procedure or the company's quality policy. They can go to voice flow. When you build this application in voice flow, you can, for example, go to this procedure. The employee go inside the voice flow, the chatbot of voice flow, and said, please tell me about QMS procedure number 15, for example, or the quality policy, and do a summary of it. So because voice flow, you can connect what is called drag. I mean the knowledge base of the company. Because in ChatGPT, if you ask about a procedure, he will not find it because it's the ChatGPT or Gemini. It's trained on general data collected from the internet. It's not specific. In voice flow, you can attach your knowledge base to your application. So the employee can ask, for example, summarize for me the quality policy, and voice flow can by voice or by text answer. Also, it's for example answering a question like where do I find the latest SOP for calibration. Develop an agent to guide employees through a structured non-conformance reporting process. Voice flow is good for building this interaction between intranet, between employee and their environment, internal environment, by speaking or by texting. There are several type of AI tools like voice flow. But for me, when using voice, for example, well, for people does not like to write, or voice flow is effective. Okay, when I go to see the chat, it seems it's not skipping anymore. I will stop share and do again. Notion AI. Notion
Uh,
AI.
Samir,
Well,
we have one question over here. It says that what is voice flow app for, and what's the backend LLM it uses?
yeah, in voice flow is an app like I said, it's to collect information from users, and it's like agent builder. Now you can collect any LLM you want. You can connect inside it. For example, use the brain or the engine of your workflow inside the voice flow. You can use ChatGPT. You can use Gemini. From voice flow, the workflow calls the brain, calls the LLM, for example, ChatGPT, to perform, for example, an action. Let me tell you an example. An employee wants to summarize the SOP procedure number 15. He enters in the chat, I want to summarize the procedure number 15. In this case, voice flow have two source of information. First of all, the knowledge base, the procedures. So he go to procedure number 15 and collect the content and provide to ChatGPT to do summarizing. So this it's what happened in the workflow. So the ChatGPT take the inputs from the procedure and do the summary and provide the outcome, the output inside VoiceFlow, so the employee will see it. And you can build a complicated workflow, maybe 2, 3 LLMs with tools like search, Google, and you can connect all together and have a good workflow. Usually using for voice interactions, for knowledge base, access to knowledge base, because I will show you now after 2 slides about Zapier, with an automation tool which have also which is good in automation, and I will show you some examples. Okay, now Notion AI. Notion AI, it's like using our hard disk for AI, because it helps us to manage our document, our logs, our database inside Notion AI. We can create database, we can create logs and access them using Notion AI. For example, linking non-conformity logs to calendar. For example, if there any action in the non-conformity we should take, for example, by 20th of February, we can link this with the calendar by letting Notion assign a task in the calendar immediately to do this action mentioned in the log. It's a tool when you will not need, for example, to use any more folders or using your folders inside Windows. You can use Notion to do this link between all your documents, database, and the best approach here is to go to these tools and try to work with them and see their benefits and their advantage, and then you decide which one you feel it's better for you. Gemini currently it improved well in its last version, especially in reasoning and uh, also in visual creation, like using Nano Banana. So now it's a good tool. I am now using with ChatGPT and Claude. Uh, Before I was not very satisfied from Gemini output. Now I see it improves well. So how to use it in QMS? We can do trend analysis using Gemini. Analyze data from non-conformity reports or customer feedback to identify emerging trends and patterns. Also, it's good for risk assessment by brainstorming and evaluating potential risk and opportunity, and also for process improvement. So it can analyze process maps and suggest areas for optimization or waste reduction. Gemini is good in computer vision. It's good in I mean analyzing image and assessing and describing it. You may try it. It explain well what is inside the image, and the Nano Banana, famous Nano Banana, we can use it inside Gemini to have very good images for our reports. For example, if we have an internal audit and we took photos and we need to merge photos, virtual photo with real photo and editing. So it's good. Now, Zapier, it's very effective and important tool for automation. It can automate ISO 9001 routine processes by creating an agent which do the document control, issue corrective action, uh, training records, and supplier evaluation by automation. For example, if any non-conformity reported, we can create an agent inside Zapier to say when non-conformity is reported, what to do. We create the whole process and without any intervention, unless there is a need for approval from the quality manager in the end or doing human in the loop or on the loop. So we can use it for customer feedback, for example, instead of preparing an email by myself and go to the data sheet or go to that sheets, Google Sheet or Excel sheet, collect the name of the and emails of the customer, and then send them the surveys, and then collect the survey, all that manually, what we are doing now. Zapier can, by automatically, by creating an agent, by telling him, go to our Excel sheet, collect all the name of the customer, collect their email address, prepare an email, a survey to send them a survey. Prepare the survey, prepare the email, send to the customer, and then collect their feedback and do the analysis and give me the result. You imagine? Usually it takes much time for us. Now you create an agent which is can triggered by demand, or for example, every day at 8 a.m. send some emails to some clients or send. So it's very powerful for automation, and I advise you, because I use it too much now, to do the automation, which are repetitive and usually done manually and take much time. So you can use Zapier and have a good result. But like in all tools, you need to review, to verify, because sometimes hallucination can happen. And we need always to review the results, especially when we have a high risk output. So we should check, are we satisfied from Zapier result? It's okay. So we will approve and we continue. So AI does not replace the quality manager. It gives them superpowers. Now, maybe we have the chance, and the new generation have more chance to live in AI era where our intelligence is augmented. We have superpowers now to do things better, quicker, more efficiently. I did I mean I did many audits in the past, and I implemented many systems, ISO systems in the past, and now I can compare what time I spent in the past and what hard work was done manually, and now how much AI can help. It's really it said, it's like electricity, like internet. It's evolution, revolution, and evolution. It's really, it helps much. And anybody shall learn and understand how to use AI effectively and responsibly to have better income and better productivity. And quality manager can have a much support using AI, much productivity. And the quote, you know all, I think you know all, AI will not replace the quality manager, but a quality manager who knows AI will replace somebody who does not know. So it's important to have the AI skills at our days now. Okay, what are the challenges and implementation hurdles? Using AI in our organizational for quality, managing our quality management system. First of all, the data quality. Also, the famous now code, garbage in, garbage out. If you are using a bad data for inputs or for analysis, you will have bad output, bad outcome. So whatever AI is powerful, if I feed the AI model a bad data or bad quality data, I will have bad quality output. So it's important to take care of our data set using in our models by cleaning, by checking the source of data and use the clean data in our analysis or in our models. Because an AI trained on poor or biased data will make poor quality decision. So instead of having a good decision using AI, we have a bad decision, which is not good at all for us as a quality manager. The second point is about cost and skills. The highest cost in for AI implementation within the quality management department is training. I mean, improvement of skills of teams. Not much for using AI. Using you can do subscription for ChatGPT or Gemini, and then by spending tokens, you pay for interactions you are doing. But the high initial investment, it's about having skilled teams to use and build and maintain the management system. So it's important to have this investment because without skilled teams from quality manager, internal auditors, staff, operations managers, operations staff, HR, all shall have AI skills to deal with AI-driven management systems. The black box problem, this is related to the transparency of or explainability of AI because, as you know, AI is not rule-based software. It's not like traditional software. In traditional software, the program or the algorithm is known. It's easy to trace, for example, because it's a series of conditions. If then do, if then do, then. So you can check the code and understand what's happening. However, for AI, the model is giving output based on training happened to it on data set which were fed into this model and for training, and it's not predictable. So it's not easy to understand what happened for such decision. But a documentation, a human in the loop in several stage of the development and design and deploying can help to have more transparency. And for auditors, it will be also a challenge when discussing with developers and with to see the outcome of an AI system, why something happened, why non-compliance happened, why there is a drift. So here it's important for people working in quality to when establishing a system using AI or even developing some internal tools in AI to 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 talk with developer and to let him have a good documentation and good traceability for models version. Maybe he started by version 1, then version 2, so he should have all the version well archived, and so that also an issue to deal with. The fourth issue, it's the integration. It's integration of what we have as AI with our 20 or 30-year-old legacy QMS software or ERP software we are using. It's a significant technical challenge. We have two options here. We can buy a AI-driven QMS software or integrate our legacy software with a new tool. The first solution maybe is the safest, but it's high cost, it's because you need to install a new software with the new AI capability. So it will be expensive for some organization. The other option, by integrating the old traditional software or the legacy software with AI tool, like using Zapier or using ChatGPT, it will be less cost but more complicated. It needs some technical skills. If the organization has good technical skills in IT and doing this link, it will be good for them to do this kind of integration because it's more flexible and less cost. But if the organization has no technical skills to do such, it will be better for them to buy AI-driven software, a new one. Okay, what's your role as a quality manager now, or if you are willing to be a quality manager in the coming months or year? Now, it's very important to be like what we call a bilingual professional. Now, this is the trend to be bilingual. What does mean bilingual? It's mixing our skills, our current skills, like, for example, a lawyer or doctor or engineer or quality manager with AI. So companies will be needing people who are fluent in both quality, ISO or something like that, and tech AI. Because till now, this is rare and valuable. So if you know ISO 9001 or ISO 14001 or ISO 270, and you have good knowledge in AI, you will be recruited very, very easily, because now it's a very important profession to mix the both skills. Real problem solvers. Using AI, we are now, as quality manager, a real problem solver. Not like before, like we were seen before by the organization and the staff, like we are a problem, doing a problems for them, and documentation and too much procedures. And so now we can play a real problem solver, the role of a real problem solver. We will have skills to apply cutting edge tools to solve real world business problem and most important sector, and not dealing with procedure and if staff has implemented the procedure or he fills this record. Or, now our role is have more added value, more effectiveness, and it will be seen by the top management as an essential role for the company. Future leader, quality manager in AI era is a future leader, is a leader. You will not just manage quality, you will design the intelligent quality system of the future. So the word manage changed to design intelligence, which is make the difference and the conclusion of my presentation. Now we will not manage anymore quality. We are designing intelligent quality systems. So the future of quality is not about less human involvement. It's about better human involvement augmented by AI. Thank you very much and if any question, please. Let me see the chat.
Thank you so much, Samir. Now the platform has officially opened for the question and answers. So, like, let's see what questions we have. The first question is how AI can assist in attending the non-conformities.
You have two options here. You can automate, for example, if you raise a non-conformity, you can let Zapier, for example, detect the non-conformity, then issue the root cause analysis, and also continue to do proposing corrective action. So you can manually, for example, you have a non-conformity in a log Excel file of log of non-conformity. You can take this non-conformity and analysis in LLM in ChatGPT or Gemini and take the output and put it as corrective action inside the log. I don't know if I answered your question or you mean by attending something else. If you can clarify if I answered you or you mean attending something else, because the word attending here is a bit ambiguous for me. What do you mean by it? Okay, next question, please.
Yeah, meanwhile, Satyanarayana, you can just take your time and clarify it a little bit better. And the second question is it possible to give a demo of voice flow, please?
I would be happy to do that. Maybe in another workshop or webinar, I will talk now with Gary because now not time and it will take time because it's a bit it needs some technicality. You need to build the workflow and build. So you can go to VoiceFlow. There is a good documentation, but I'm ready if I see some interest in this app to do another webinar specifically for VoiceFlow because it will need at least 1 hour to explain the functionalities and how to benefit from it.
Thank you so much for that answer, Samir. I'm moving on to the next question. What governance and validation approaches best ensure AI generated insights in quality systems remain trustworthy, unbiased, and risk aware while supporting continuous improvement?
Okay, like we say, AI is augmenting our if we say intelligence or performance, but always we should ensure that AI generated is accurate, fair, not biased, and It's for example, it's respecting privacy and confidentiality, is accountable. So for that, we should apply, for example, some governance principles taken from ISO 42001, for example. ISO 42001, it's AI management system. For AI management system. Like ISO 9001 is for quality management system. ISO 42001 is for company developing, deploying, or using AI. In this ISO 42001, it describes the controls we can do in order to have an output, like you said, Ahmad, trustworthy, unbiased, and risk-aware. And I know you, Ahmad, you took recently the, if I did not mistake, the ISO 42001 lead auditing. Yeah? So, good. So you know about ISO 42001 and how we can apply controls on AI system use to ensure that our quality systems or our systems are trustworthy, unbiased, and doing the risk assessment and doing the mitigation plan. So there are several controls, 36 controls inside ISO 42001. So we have two options here. If we are using AI, I mean, in high risk environment, or we are using AI too much, or so we can think about taking or being certified ISO 42001. It will be the best option because it covers the whole governance principles which shall be applied on AI systems. The 7 principles about